Today, the UTSA Roadrunners season will come to an end, and we'll say goodbye to another talented cast of seniors that have helped take the UTSA football program to the next level. It's been a challenging season, but ultimately, I'd say it's been a successful one for UTSA as they went 7-5 during the regular season, and they did struggle in Big 12 play at times, taking on some of the top teams in the country. But for this to be their first season in the conference after the departure of head coach Eric Taylor, it's been impressive to see this team pick up where they left off. And I mean that quite literally. They won the Liberty Bowl last season in the previous chapter, and today return to the Liberty Bowl defending their title as they take on number 24 ranked Tennessee. It's an SEC opponent, a big test here for UTSA, who wants to prove that they can play at a high level even outside the Alamo Dome, where they won 5 of their 7 games this season, including their signature win over Baylor just a few weeks ago. I think we have a really good matchup in this game. Both teams finished strong, winning 4 of 5 to close the season, and a lot of their rankings here are really similar. Today certainly marks the end of an era for this UTSA team, as many of the players that have built this program either graduated last year or are about to. How does this chapter end for UTSA? Let's find out. We're underway in the Liberty Bowl from Memphis, Tennessee. From the goal line, Curtis Mills between the hashes takes it out to the 28-yard line. And here comes the senior quarterback, Evan Newton. This is a loud crowd here today in Memphis as we get started. A little swing screen to the outside. Vince Taylor on the edge. Gain of 8. Good start. Oliver Carter at tight end. They bring in Richie Battle on second down and toss it out. Good blocking on the edge. And Taylor keeps his balance long enough to gain 11. First down, Roadrunners. We'll stay in the weak eye look. Now play fake. Rolling out to the right. Newton scanning. Doesn't like what he sees and keeps it himself, gaining 6. Here's the freshman, Joe Wright across the formation, and the fake to Moss. Time to throw, wide open. It's Randy Jones, who was the MVP of this game last year, and he makes his first catch, over 700 yards on the season. And now the senior running back, Danny Moss, getting involved. Nice start here for UTSA in scoring range now. Wide open to Carter, inside the 10, shoved out at the 4. 24 yards to the tight end, and UTSA has it goal to go. Moving quickly, rolling right, and trouble, incomplete. Almost a big play there for Tennessee, now second down. Curtis Davis in as the second tight end. On the ground, it's Vince Taylor, and that's a touchdown, capping off a great opening drive for UTSA. This team's offense finished the season strong with 2 of their top 3 scoring outputs in the last 3 weeks of the season. And they'll turn this lead over now to the defense that has 3 All-Americans, and 2 of those with double-digit sacks. And Tennessee will get started. They run it left. It's Tyon Evans for 4 yards. The quarterback is Hendon Hooker, who threw 15 touchdown passes on the year. They'll keep it in the hands of Jabari Small this time. It's a gain of 6. Third and short here for the Volunteers. Back to throw for the first time. Wanting to run and nowhere to go. Sacked on the play. It is Kellen Thomas. What a year the senior has had, and he's still going head-to-head with Preston Quinn for that sack lead. It's Taylor on the edge. This drive starts strong, 11 yards. The running game has seemed to find some things out here over the last month as well. Now the blitz picked up and perfectly thrown. It's Darren Rose across the middle. Evan Newton looking really comfortable here late in the season. Now a play fake on first down to the outside and incomplete. Well covered that time for Jones. will bring right in motion on third down. Newton under pressure, heaving one to the end zone. Touchdown! It's Darren Rose. 37-yard touchdown and a 13-0 start for the Roadrunners. There was a time when this offense could barely clear 21 points. They've come far this season. And now we'll see how Tennessee responds to trailing big here early. Tight formation on first down, and the run is stopped by Preston Quinn. This might be the best UTSA has looked outside the Alamo Dome all season. Setting up the screen now. Got it to Jabari Small. Trying to get away, and did from Matthews. He gains 5. Feels like this is a big third down already the way this has started. They need the 36, and the pressure gets there. It's Andre Ross. Hooker tried to get the pass away and needed a little more time, and it's going to be UTSA taking over again. We'll give this to Taylor. He cuts it to the right, and the Vols defense swarms. Loss of a couple and third down. Trying to get this UTSA offense off the field. They got the pressure, and the pass is off the mark, incomplete. That's a big 3-and-out as Tennessee tries to get their footing in this game. But they've only managed 8 yards over the first 2 drives of the ball game. Hooker takes off. He has room outside the pocket across the 31st down, sliding at the 38-yard line. Gotta account for his ability to create outside the pocket. Now, by design, it appears, running inside. Good run for 7 yards. Keeping both safeties back here on second down. To the outside. Nice catch. Velus Jones Jr. 20-yard reception. That was an absolute laser. Now handoff to Jabari Small. Inside the 20, and the Vols are in business. 33 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Hooker, time to throw, and now running with it. Inside the 15. Big collision near the marker. A little short, though. Now second down. And wrapped up quickly, there's Michael Palmer. A loss of at least 3. And it's 3rd and 4 now for Tennessee as we'll head into the second quarter. They have to get to about the 9-yard line. Pressure sent. Countering with the screen. First down, Jabari Small. And goal to go. Tennessee trying to get their first points. High at the motion man. They give it to him. The cutback, and he stumbles. Lost his footing. Hit by Anthony Allen, it appeared. Jason Hall moves down on 2nd and goal as that is nearly picked up by Brandon Matthews. Heads up play, he knocked it away. And now 3rd and goal from 5 yards out. Nobody open, and the pressure gets there. Hendon Hooker is sacked by Kellen Thomas, and he has now tied Preston Quinn with 15 sacks on the season. Tennessee takes the field goal. They're on the board now. Roadrunners have it again. Taylor starts, getting outside once again. First down, finishing strong, gain of 12. 40 yards already for Taylor, and now the counter with right lead blocking. That's kind of a new look. They get 5. The running game has really been transformed here late in the season. Bringing the pressure, pass caught by Jones. Converting the 3rd and 5. Randy Jones setting records this year for UTSA. He has the receptions record and the single season yardage record also. Handoff Vince Taylor again to that left side. And Tennessee gives up good yardage once again. Gain of 7. He's just been too quick to the edge, and the blocking has been really good. To give it to Richie Battle on 3rd down, and the fullback gets the job done. New set of downs. Trying to bring pressure again. Rolling out to the right, directing traffic. Newton's going to look to the end zone and nearly gets picked off by McCullough. Right through his hands, and it's 3rd down. Cornerbacks playing soft. Newton settling short, and Rose stops shy of the marker. That is good third down defense, and that's going to bring out James Benson. This is a 45-yard try, and he nailed it. UTSA back up 2 touchdowns. They've now scored on 3 of 4 first-half possessions. Bayless Jones from 3 yards deep found a lane. Jones taken down at the 35. He had a bit more room there to the outside. Still good field position here for Tennessee. Hooker wants to take off, and he's down. Sacked, and Preston Quinn retakes the lead. 16 sacks on the year. Second down through the hands of Ford. They got the pressure there again to force the ill-advised throw. 3rd and 11. Quick pass. Hyatt right at the marker, and I think that little extra lunge got it. New set of downs. Flip to Small. Across midfield, and a shoulder tackle there from Dallas Johnson. 3rd and 3. Pressure's there, and the pass thrown away by Hendon Hooker. It's 4th down, and we're going back to UTSA. 2:43 to play here in the first half. They give it to Taylor, and the lane opens up, blocked perfectly. They're calling a lot more counters than they did earlier in the season. On 1st down, airing this one out, caught by Jones, and he's gone! Touchdown, Roadrunners! How does 62 yards sound? Nice release, and Jones has that speed to separate down the field. He's definitely been getting a little NFL buzz here late in the season. And the Roadrunners lead this game 24-3. I didn't expect anything like this. 2 minutes to play here in the first half, and keeping this one. 1st down, Hendon Hooker getting extra yards. 19 up to around the 46. This is a pretty critical drive here for Tennessee, as Small can't hang on to it. Nice hit from Brandon Ford. You'd like to cut into this lead here before halftime, but pressure's there, and the sack is recorded. And this one's going to bring them to 3rd and 15. 2 of 5 on 3rd down, and this is trouble. Incomplete. The clock stops with 1:27 left to go. After a penalty on the punt return, UTSA at the 10. Trouble here for Rose, and he'll lose 5. Might not have the best chance here to add anything else before halftime. They'll dump it off to Rose. And now 3rd down, clock running. 28 seconds to go. Pressure is sent, and they got him. Newton is dumped for a loss of 10. UTSA won't add on to their lead, but to be up 21 points going into half is as good of a situation as you could have hoped for. Now they just have to protect this lead. We wondered if UTSA would be up to the challenge. They certainly have been. This is a team that has grown over the course of this season and the tough Big 12 schedule, and they've come out of it a much better football team than they were to start. But the job is only half over at this point. Nearly intercepted by A.J. Brown. He was there the whole way. Tennessee has just not done well offensively in this game. There hasn't been any kind of a flow to the offense. 3rd and 5. Hooker across the middle, and Small makes the grab for a 7-yard catch. That extends this drive. Quick screen, Peyton on the edge, 1st down and more. Into UTSA territory. New set of downs for Hendon Hooker, and he's going to keep this. Got a nice block inside, and that is a gain of 8. He's ran the ball pretty well today. Small on 2nd down, into the secondary. 1st down, Volunteers. There's still time to get back in this game, and this is the kind of thing Tennessee needs to do. To the air on first down with time, floating over the top for the touchdown. Javonte Payton, 22 yards. That's the best throw perhaps of the day for Hendon Hooker. Right over the linebacker, Kyle Jones. He drops that one in, and Tennessee has their first touchdown. And they've made this a two-score game again. But it's their defense that has to step up at the same time, and they get to Newton on the design draw. Only a gain of 1 that time. Off the fake, rolling and throwing to Rose. He stays on his feet and gains 6. Third down for the Roadrunners. Already 6 catches on the day, too, for Rose. Newton's got time. Floats it for Rose. Catch number 7. Tried to hit the brakes there and have the defender fly past him. That didn't work. But UTSA, after their first down, it's Taylor. 5 yards on that carry. They're staying in good third down situations, too. Here they need the 43. And the pressure got to Newton. Everybody covered. Tennessee starting the second half the exact way they needed to. Trying to build upon that last touchdown drive. Caught by Velus Jones for 13. Starting to generate some momentum, and their crowd getting into the game more so. And keeping with running room, Hooker across the 45. UTSA has got to do a much better job containing him. Now they send the pressure, and that is our type of quarterback contain. Just sack him in the pocket. It's Kyle Jones. Third down and 14. 2 deep safeties. Hooker throws short. Payton taken down by Kyle Jones. It's 4th down and 7. And the offense appears to be staying in the game. They need the 31. Trying to keep the momentum going. Hooker outside. Marley tight ropes the sideline for a first down. And the drive will continue. There must have been a good locker room speech at halftime. Tennessee on the move. Deep downfield. Hyatt into the end zone for the touchdown. Tennessee cuts it to a 1-score game. Jason Hall could not get his hand on it. Hyatt slips but crosses the goal line, and we have ourselves a bowl game. How about the change to this game coming out of the halftime break? UTSA needs to get refocused. Taylor heading outside. He tripped over Richie Battle, who got taken out by the safety. And it's 3rd and 7. UTSA needs the 30. Newton across the middle, and he's intercepted. Picked off by Banks. It's all Tennessee here in the 3rd. Their first 2 touchdowns have been scored, and now their first takeaway. That ball's just out late there for Joe Wright. Tennessee is about 24 yards away now from tying this game. Small, almost at the marker. That was such a phenomenal quarter for Tennessee, and we're on to the 4th. Inside, cutting to the right. It's Small. First down, Vols. Can UTSA's defense step it up now? This is Small again to the left. Tripped up on the play. Loss of 2. Tennessee is 4 for 10 on 3rd down. They need the 6th this time. 8 in coverage. Wide open. He dropped it in the end zone. Hyatt, who scored their last touchdown, broke open and has it go through his hands. They've got to bring out the field goal team now instead. And he hit the upright. It's no good. What a swing for Tennessee. That close to tying it, and they come up empty. The Roadrunners take over. Taylor trying to get outside again, but they're well prepared. No middle of the field safety here for Tennessee. Rolling to the right. Newton got it to right, and he takes off. There is no catching him. Touchdown, Roadrunners. 77 yards. They catch Tennessee getting aggressive, playing cover 0. And the Roadrunners really had the perfect play call, getting Newton outside, able to find Joe Wright one-on-one. It is a 2-score game once again. Here goes Hendon Hooker on first down. He's got the first down yardage once again. All that effort to make it a game again. They've got to do it once more. UTSA all over this play. No gain, Jabari Small. Dallas Johnson deep here for UTSA as they keep it on the ground. Just a couple of yards, and now 4th down. And instead of going for it, they're going to punt. They're on their half of the field here, but there's just not enough time to really consider this. They give it back to UTSA, and they're hoping their defense can pull off a miracle, basically. This is a lot of misdirection. Newton ultimately keeps and gets first down yardage. So now UTSA just trying to close this out. It's what we thought they'd be doing majority of this half. 8 yards for Taylor. Tennessee's made things interesting, but UTSA in control again. Good lead block. First down to Taylor. He's gone over 100 yards, and most of those yards way outside. Moss now the carry inside, and that is a gain of 5. UTSA starting to run some clock here. 3 minutes to go. To the air, that's Jones trying to circle outside to get the first down. He's a little short. 4th and 1. They'll trust James Benson for a 3-score lead. From 45. This kick is good, and the Roadrunners lead it 34-17. They look to be on their way in this one. Handoff to Small, tripped up by Andre Ross. He's been a tackle for loss machine lately. Again, the carry to Small. I don't know about this play calling here, down 17. Is there a 5th quarter nobody told me about? 4th and 6. Going downfield and broken up by the senior Jason Holmes. And that is going to do it. What a performance by UTSA. They are going to win their 2nd consecutive Liberty Bowl and move to 8-5 to close out the season, ending a great era of UTSA football. Behind William Lindsley, this team rallied and grew together throughout the season, and I'm really happy with the way this season went. Even in their losses, they were very competitive, even against Texas at home. That was a big game for us. There's still a ways to go for this team, but these players helped UTSA build from the ground up, and this has become a very competitive program. Great game today. That was a lot of fun. I accidentally skipped the scene here with Evan Newton as the player of the game, but it goes to him this year with a 3-touchdown performance. He really played well this year. I enjoyed playing with him, and I, again, wish I had one more year with him. We haven't played like this on the road or at a neutral site this year, so I wasn't expecting us to dominate early on. But I also didn't expect Tennessee to come storming back the way they did in the 3rd quarter. That really got interesting there for a while. But the Roadrunners get the job done. We've now won the Liberty Bowl after an 8-win season here to start the Revamped Dynasty. And we will be moving on with a new offseason here shortly. So the next episode is going to be the recap episode. I like to do these for my franchises and dynasties on this channel. Football-wise anyway, is kind of a time capsule of the season, going through all the stats and talking about the team and thoughts about them going forward. And there will be a lot to talk about with all these seniors moving on and us being a 1-star program here. The recruiting doesn't necessarily match the level of talent that's leaving, if that makes sense. So I do think there are going to be some challenges next year, but we will have some players that we can hopefully lean on, and we'll try to adapt once again and see if we can keep this program moving in the right direction. We closed the season winning 5 of 6, and if you look at our highest scoring games, 3 of the top 4 came in that final stretch. And just as we get used to this offense and we start to play at a higher level, we're about to lose our top 2 quarterbacks. Randy Jones is graduating, and we're also going to be losing some players along the offensive line. So get ready to see some new faces next year. But I hope you enjoyed this first season of the Revamped Dynasty. I'm really glad I got to return to the UTSA series and obviously revamp it here in the College Football Revamped. And this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. And this does give me a pretty satisfying conclusion to kind of that first chapter that felt incomplete, but also now allow us to take this team forward and see what is next. So the plans from here are the recap episode and then the off season. And the way the off season is done here in the mod, if you want to use all the tools, I need to basically get to each stage of the off season, save it, and then take my franchise file and run it through the various tools for things like the transfer portal and the off season training that's been redone. And that doesn't really make it streamable because I have to keep reloading the emulator and running these tools. So the off season is going to be different and not stream live. Beyond that, I will be refreshing the playbook, and I will be also diving through the stats a little bit deeper to see what slider tweaks I want to make. For instance, I'm trying to take a look at things like longest runs against us, longest passes, and now that I have a full season sample, go grab some of those numbers and see kind of where I want to steer the sliders, basically. They didn't change much throughout the season, but I do feel like a couple tweaks could give us even better games next year. A few things I want to look at include more fumbles. I just never think that happens enough. And trying to see if there's a way to maybe get a little more big play potential out of the CPU, so I have to worry about that a little bit more. But thank you for all the support here in the first season of the Revamped Dynasty with the UTSA Roadrunners. If you're excited for what's to come, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll have more coming your way later this week as we look ahead to year 2 and what is next. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you next time.